Welcome to Bill Please. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for viewing. And thanks for listening. We are live here on Facebook, live also on TikTok and Instagram. Bill Please, episode 80. And our topic today, airports and airplanes. And this is sponsored by Pagor Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation and also Freshman Masculine Wash. I'm up here on the 20th floor of Golden Peak Hotel, Cebu City. So be with me till 10:30 today. Airports and airplanes. Airports are very, very busy centers and places where people of different backgrounds, they gather so that they can start their journey. And if we want to have a great travel experience, it always starts at the airport. So if we practice proper airport and airplane etiquette, surely that will contribute to our travel experience, which I'm sure will be pleasant. So it's important to be considerate of other people when you are already at the airport and even inside the plane. Where you're on the plane already, be as considerate and polite as you can be. So one of the best ways to ensure a smooth airport experience is to be prepared. You should be ready with your stuff, your bags, your luggage. Be ready with your documents, with your identification. Be ready to be there with your travel documents, your boarding pass, your tickets, and the important cards. So you should have them with you all the time. And you pack your luggage efficiently and adhere to the airline size and weight restrictions. So for a smooth and good travel experience, it always starts with you being prepared and being punctual and being on time. So if you are very well organized, you will be able to go through security checks and boarding quickly and smoothly. When you are at the airport, you follow airport instructions. It's very important. Remove your shoes if you are told to remove them, and don't take with you liquids and electronics as instructed by staff or by agents. And if you're in line, don't cut the line. Be patient and be considerate of other airplane or airport passengers. Yes. And also, you also have to be alert. Be aware of your surroundings. So, again, that's a tip for you so that you will have a great travel experience. You should consider those things that I just mentioned. When was the last time I traveled by plane? I think it was 2 years ago. Was it last year? I went to Dipolo, and it was my first time to travel alone by plane. Usually, I travel with a companion or with a group of friends. But my first ever experience to fly solo was last year, and it was a very smooth flight. Let me now go to our Facebook page. We're live there. We're also live on TikTok and Instagram, and we welcome your comments, reactions, advice, and tips. Thank you so much for viewing. All right, we're now live. And gotta say hello to Bing Medroso. Hi, Billy, and good morning. Mel Carl Batadlan. Good morning to you, Mel. And EJ Pin. In the past, when we visited Cebu, we laid over sa Hong Kong. Pero last year, we decided to have a key layover in Taiwan. It was our very first time in Taiwan, and I fell in love with the airport instantly. Hopefully, kung magbakasyon mi pohon, we will stop by sa Taiwan again. Thank you, EJ, for that. Okay, let me continue. Airport security is an essential part of air travel, and our cooperation is very, very important. We have to cooperate. What instructions they give to us, atong sundon. Dapat nating sundin ang kanilang mga instructions because they know how it is to run the airport and how to fly the plane. You familiarize yourself with security screening rules and regulations. Remove your shoes if you're told to do so, and don't take with you bottled liquids and laptops from your carry-on luggage. And you pack your belongings neatly to make the screening process easier. Airports can be very, very crowded, especially in waiting areas and lines before boarding. So be mindful of personal space. Huwag magdukduk at so close to the other passengers. Respect other people's personal space. And you keep your carry-on close to you. And avoid blocking pathways or seats with your belongings. And let me emphasize, follow boarding procedures. Follow the instructions of flight personnel during the boarding process. If you're not told, if your plane is not yet ready to take in passengers, don't be too excited. Wait for instructions that would be announced. Respect assigned boarding zones or groups and wait patiently for your turn. Don't go to terminals where you are not supposed to be, and avoid pushing or rushing, as this can cause unnecessary stress and delays. And if you need extra time or assistance, inform the airline in advance so they can give you the support that you need. All right, airports and airplanes, brought to us by Pagcor and Freshman Masculine Wash. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to the people here in the booth who are always assist me every Wednesday morning during my show. Thank you to Efren Batobalonas, our chief technician, and also thank you to Nina Nelias and also to Chrysler Seno. Thank you as well to Anthony Tusi and Miss Robs Hod Rial. Another tip, make sure you have good hygiene. Importante, di ka malimaho. Make sure that you have good personal hygiene. It's very important, especially in crowded airports. Wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer or alcohol, and cover your mouth or your nose when you sneeze or when you cough. And use a tissue. Another thing that you should remember is be courteous to airport staff. Airport staff, including air personnel, security officers, and customer service representatives, they work hard to ensure a smooth travel experience for you, for all people who are there. So treat these personnel, this airport staff, with respect and courtesy. If they say hello to you, if they say good morning, if they greet you, you can smile back, you can greet back, you can say good morning as well. So treat this airport staff with courtesy and respect. Remember, hindi lang ikaw ang nagta-travel, hindi lang ikaw ang sasakay ng airplane, so consider also the other plane passengers. Dili mag-ilog sa mga lingkuranan sa waiting area. And as much as possible, avoid putting your luggage, your bags, your boxes, your gifts, your pasalubong sa mga upuan. The chairs or those seats are for people. They are not for your stuff. And if you see that there are already people coming in who wants to take their seat, make sure that you make those seats available for them. So proper airport etiquette not only benefits your fellow travelers, but also enhances your own travel experience. Now, be reminded, now wag niyong, what do you mean, how do you call this in Tagalog? Don't leave your belongings unattended. You may have a backpack or a big bag placed somewhere and it's unattended. This can attract attention from other passengers. They may think, wait, kaninong bag kaya yan? May bag doon, no? Wala doon ang may-ari. So people will get curious. What could be inside the bag? So don't leave your belongings unattended because this can trigger security alerts and can lead to your bags being confiscated. And people may start to imagine na baka may bomba dyan sa loob ng bag na yan. So always have your bags and your belongings close to you. Take note of this. Never make jokes about bombs or any threatening jokes. Yelling words like bomb or fire can lead to your arrest. Alam mo, priso juga ani. Making jokes about bombs during a flight or even at the airport could frighten other passengers. Bisan nag-joke ka, there will be people who would be alerted or will be scared to hear the word bomb. And this can earn you considerable time in an interrogation room. A question jud ka. So, how can you have a great travel experience if you're being interrogated because of your bad joke? Henry Sulige. Good morning, DJ Billy from Bakayan, Talamban, Cebu City. Hi to you. Shout out to Evelyn, Isabel, and Rafi. Mary Rose Tinapay. Good morning to you. Hi to Edmund Lopez. Hi there, Edmund. And also to Richard Datayan Emphasis Rosao. Good morning, DJ Billy. Watching from Cagayan de Oro. Personal hygiene is a must. That's according to Mel Carl Batadlan. Dandan Soy Chua. Be early 2 hours for domestic flights, 4 hours for international flights, and don't joke about bombs and contrabands. That is considered an act of terrorism, and you will be criminally prosecuted even if you're joking only. That is so true. Dandan Soy Chua. Thanks for sharing that. Susan Ize, a pleasant day po. 96.3, awa ng Diyos po. Wala pa naman akong nararanasan. Okay naman po lahat ng biyahe ko. Only the delays sa mga airports. Something we can't control, itong mga flight delays. Shout out to Cebu Pink Paddlers Dragon Boat Team. Okay. Eden Paluca. Happy Wednesday to all of you. Cebu Pink Paddlers Dragon Boat Team. Have a great day. Dante Banes Jr. Good morning, Bill. Shout out to Arnold, Mario, Jeric, Lito, and Ricky. Always listening sa W Rock. Thank you so much. Ramon Morfe. Wala po kayo sa, okay, sa Metro Manila. That's a different radio station right over there. Jover Nelva Vergara. My last vacation was in Canada. It's episode 80, and our topic is airports and airplanes. All right. Never carry prohibited items. Always checklist of prohibited items such as weapons, yung mga kutsilyo, mga baril, sharp, instruments, large liquids, and to avoid issues at security. Huwag madala ng mga ganon. And do not show disruptive behavior or disrespectful behavior. Don't argue with the staff with a loud voice. If you have a concern which you want ironed out or settled, you do it quietly or discreetly. We have a TikTok viewer named Crystal. Hi, Billy. Crystal here. Crystal, thank you for viewing. Another TikToker, Junie. Good morning. Watching from Talisay City. Dagang salamat, Junie. And happy watching. Boy Ollie Matias. Enjoy, Boy Ollie. And we're back. Episode 80 of Bill Please. Airports and airplanes. Sa mga hindi pa naka-try mag-fly, nakasakay ng aeroplano, I hope that your first experience sa paglipad sa aeroplano ay maging smooth and safe and memorable. Okay, let's continue. Do not smoke. Smoking, including vaping or e-cigarettes, is banned and may trigger smoke detectors and leading to serious trouble. Stand up. Here's another tip. Stand up when the seatbelt sign is on. Wait until the plane reaches the gate and comes to a complete stop to get out of your seat to avoid injury. Okay. Patuloy po natin yung etiquette and consideration for other passengers. Never make loud noises. Don't be messy. Dispose of your trash and you clean up after your children and leave the bathroom clean for the next person. And don't be rude or disruptive. Don't get drunk. Alcohol can dehydrate you and excessive consumption can lead to bad behavior. And huwag kayong maglakad na walang footwear. If you are walking barefoot, the cabin, especially the lavatories, is not a sanitary place to be without shoes. All right, you're watching live Bill Please on TikTok, Instagram, and on Facebook. By the way, you can already start downloading or installing our official mobile app, and our website, the official one, is 963wrock.com. Airplanes are not the most comfortable environments, but you need to keep your limbs to yourself. Pag nasa plane seat ka na, if you want to stretch your legs, huwag mo masyadong i-extend yun na nakaka-block na kayo ng aisle sa plane. So be considerate of the airline staff and the other passengers. Ganun ka and then paano na yung those would pass through the aisle. So nakaka-block ang nakaka-disrupt ka. Don't stretch your legs that they block the aisle. And taking off your socks, hindi po yan tama. Our feet may smell, so wag tanggalin yung socks. And be conscious also of your cough, your sneeze, your burps. As much as possible, you stay quiet and be considerate at the airport and inside the plane. Passengers with mga bata, with small children, should never give them the freedom to run around the cabin sa plane. Bitaw, no? That's true. Some people allow their kids to just walk around, to run in the cabin. Flights allow some passengers to catch up on work or sleep, so having children running around can be disturbing. Brian Ruiz, a TikToker, is watching the show. Thank you, Brian. Sugar Danny, an Instagrammer. Good morning to you, Sugar Danny. And Sean Yu is watching. Sean Yu, I'm sure that you had a very safe and smooth flight from the States to Hong Kong and to the Philippines. Yung mga pets nyo, I don't have pets, dogs and cats, if you want them to travel with you, pets in the Philippines are typically flown in the live cargo hold of the aircraft in IATA compliant kennels and are not usually allowed inside the plane cabin for domestic flights. So to fly with a pet, you must obtain a quarantine permit from the Bureau of Animal Industry and get a basic health check from a veterinarian, ensure the kennel is appropriate for the pet's size and is IATA compliant, and arrive early for check-in. Have you tried traveling with your pets, Nin?
No.
Magastos rin, di ba? Yes. All right, here's a trivia. When was the first commercial plane flight? Commercial plane, nag-fly, when did it take place? On January 1, 1914, the dawn of commercial aviation was heralded by a short but significant flight from St. Petersburg to Tampa, Florida. Now, this pioneering journey, undertaken by pilot Tony Janis in a Benoit 14 biplane or biplane, marked the inception of the world's first scheduled airline service. So ang first commercial plane flight took place in year 1914. Ang tagal-tagal na pala noon. And the Grace Park Airfield in Caloocan is considered the first commercial airport in the Philippines. Hindi naiya. It opened in 1935. That airport served as the site for the first domestic routes of the Philippine Aerial Taxi Company, which later became Philippine Airlines. And what is the biggest airport in the Philippines? The Ninoy Aquino International Airport, or NAIA, serving as the primary international gateway for the country, located in Pasay, Metro Manila. And there is not a single smallest airport globally, but the Juancho Erausgin Airport in the Dutch Caribbean is known for the world's shortest commercial runway at 400 meters long. Question: what is the busiest airport in the world? It's the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, consistently holding the top spot for passenger traffic. Last year, in 2024, this airport recorded approximately 108 million passengers, kadaghan, making it the world's busiest airport for 2024. Another trivia question: what was the oldest airline in the world? Pinaka-old, pinakakaraan yung airline. Answer is the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, founded in 1919. And still operating under its original name, established by Dutch investors. Another trivia: the oldest airline in the Philippines is? Try to guess. Ning, Chris, Efren. Philippine Airlines, the oldest airline in our country, founded in 1941, the country's first commercial airline, and now the national flag carrier. And what is the largest aircraft in the Philippines commercial fleet? It's PAL's Boeing's 777-300ER, able to fly across oceans and bridge continents. Rafael Arsenal III. Hello, DJ Bill. Shout out po sa Arsenal family and Dilag family. Chang Cervantes, good morning to you. Don Damiano, good day. And Huera Learjazz, shout out sa Huera family from Leyte, always listening. Thank you very, very much. Mel Carl, double check baggage weight and size limit to avoid extra charges. Correct. David Brigole, I remember a Seinfeld episode, kundiin ilang gilarawan ang kalainan sa economy o business class. Economy lang sa ako. LV Comendador, good morning DJ Billy. Nagtanaw ko sa live, di mo na minapod ko sa radio. Maraming salamat, LV. Who are the celebrities? Kanang nasa Hollywood. Sino sa mga celebrities ang alam nyo na mga licensed pilots? John Travolta, a highly qualified pilot who holds a commercial license and owns multiple aircraft, including a Boeing 707. Wow. Grabe din is John Travolta, licensed pilot, and he even has a Boeing 707. Another actor, Harrison Ford, an experienced pilot for over 20 years with both helicopter and fixed-wing aircraft certifications. Sa mga babae, would you believe this? Angelina Jolie, a private pilot since year 2005, who flies a Cirrus SR-22 and has used her skills for humanitarian missions. Kini, no doubt about it, Tom Cruise is an adrenaline junkie, and he owns several aircraft, and Tom Cruise is a licensed pilot, and he flies fighter jets and other planes. Kagrabe, no? Mahal siguro no mag-eskwela? Aeronautics? Do you have relatives who are pilots? Wala ba? So, if you're traveling this September or maybe in October, be reminded of proper behavior at airports and inside airplanes. And of course, boarding and exiting the plane. Again, be aware of being considerate to other passengers, and be thankful for pilots and co-pilots and flight attendants. They're there to make our airplane, our flight and travel experience pleasant and comfortable. So they do a lot of work to make our travel truly comfortable and safe. So sa mga magta-travel this week, I just hope that your flight will be smooth and safe and good. Bill, please. Thank you, Nene. Fly high and fly safe, and be thankful for modern technology. We can reach many, many places, far, far places, through our planes. And God bless all pilots, God bless all people at the airport and at planes, and those who are traveling. Have a great trip. This is Billy on Bill Please, episode 70, Airports and Airplanes. Thank you so much, PAGCOR, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and thank you also, Freshman Masculine Wash. To our viewers and followers sa Instagram, TikTok, and also sa Facebook. And also we have a channel on YouTube. God bless you all and have a beautiful Wednesday.